not supported by and work. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Yeah.
David Park is on the
Yeah, you know what it is. We the head honchos. The number one podcast of Rellz and Blacko. We hitting hard. We got the balls. We at the top. Whoa. Just tune in every Monday at 9 for your favorite show. The Relaxation Hour. Yeah, you know what we be on. Might interview your favorite artist. Play your favorite song. Reporting live from NY. We up in every borough. Not to mention we worldwide. Got the game in the chokehold. We keep it ish popping. How you love that? Forever at the top. How you love that? We the life of the party, how you love that? Showing love to the artists, get it right back. So light you up an L and just kick back. We bout to get it poppin', is you ready yet? This show is for the real ones and the pretty ladies. Can't forget about my riffos and the project babies. It's the Relaxation Hour. Ooh, it's the Relaxation Hour. Ooh, it's the Relaxation Hour. Ooh, it's the Relaxation Hour. Ooh.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Rellz Relaxation Hour. I am your host, Rellz, joined once again by my co-host, the superstar himself, representing Baychester Avenue,
Listen,
Blacko
man.
himself.
Yo, what's going on, my brother? What's shaking?
Chilling. So, 2 weeks ago, because we took a week off last week, 2 weeks ago, he was living in a lavish, plush apartment. I think it was a studio. I think it was like $3,400 a month.
Yeah, no, five G's a month. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy.
And then he
I'm very modest about that. It could be more, but I'm modest about that.
Yeah, in some way along the lines, I think his OnlyFans got canceled, so now he's residing in front of the Baychester train station.
That's not true. See, you can't be lying to the people.
Recession, baby. It's a recession. It's a recession.
Not even. I'm on the tour. I'm speaking to the people. I gotta go back where I come from. That's all what that is.
So basically, what you're trying to say, every week you're gonna be from somewhere else?
Yeah. They don't catch you everywhere. I don't know where I might be next week, man. I can't help it. I'm a community guy, man. I'm all about my people.
You're all about community outreach.
Something like that.
Probably,
I ain't telling kids, them, right? I'm not telling them to say no to drugs, but they should know better by now.
You're doing it for the kids, right? You do it for Little Saint, right?
Definitely, I definitely do it for the kids. Because without the kids, then ain't no future. More about world peace.
Then they won't grow up to be great podcasters like you and I, right?
Definitely. I mean, they could learn a thing or two,
How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. My brother had my blog day, so I watched moms get her award. So that was a great thing. For all the things she do for community, so it was definitely a good feeling to watch her do her one too. So, and seeing a couple of faces I ain't seen in a minute. Shout out to everybody from the Baychester, man. How was your weekend, man? What did you do?
Do I really need to go on air about what I did this weekend?
Nah, keep it simple. We ain't gotta be not crazy, Not PG.
I went to the beach with the missus this weekend.
There you go. Ain't nothing wrong with the beach. Beach is dirty, but beach is cool.
That beach was not dirty. It was very how can I say this? The beach was very appealing.
Let's say there's nothing wrong with appealing beach, man. So you said to my beach is appealing. It sounds like you went to a nude beach, my brother. But hey. Listen, that's what it sounds like. I mean, if you did, you're more power to
it. Yes, I did. It was very different, very interesting. Like I told you, saw some things that you like to see, saw some things you wouldn't want to see. So some things you hope to never see again. Yeah. Overall, though, it was good to just get out, but it was cool though. It was cool overall.
But see, that's That's my thing. Like, that's why I won't never go. I ain't gonna say I won't never go to the moon beach. My thing, as a kid, you hear about these things you want to go to, and as I get older, I might be my perverted eyes, man. I don't know. I mean, I'm quite sure you probably came across some weirdos out there that's doing probably weird shit. So, I wouldn't do no shit that's gonna have me looking like mystical right now. So I'm just saying.
I heard about that. We're gonna get into that too. But yes, but overall, for the scenery was Yeah, decent. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it about a 7.
Okay, all right.
But it's crazy though, because it seemed like when we were leaving at 5, it seemed like more and more people would come in, and it seemed like the scenery probably would have gotten better once we left.
All
But
right.
yeah, it was definitely something different. I will say that it was definitely something different.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Pardon me. I need to drink this 'cause like I said, I'm not feeling good. I need my electrolytes up. So pardon me.
Uh, I thought it
Um,
might have been from that gym workout we had yesterday.
yo, listen, it probably is from that. It's probably contributing to that because I was fine yesterday night, and I don't know. I woke up this morning like, yo, what the hell's going on? So probably you probably absolutely right. But nah, man, that's definitely good, man. I definitely would like to experience that once in my life. I just gotta,
I
gotta
will say
contain
this.
myself,
I will say this. Nah, it's not crazy like that. But I will say this: like a situation like that, you have to definitely be open minded
Hmm.
because that type of beach is not for everybody. Like people will get there and all of a sudden will be like, "Oh, I gotta go," because obviously, okay, so honestly, you're gonna see naked women, obviously, right? But you're gonna see naked guys too. That's just the whole part of the beach. Um, you just
But
have to be, like I said, you have to be open minded. You
it's not
have
even.
you have to
It's
know
not.
what you're getting into when you get there.
It's not even that though, bro. You know what it is, honestly, and I'm quite sure. A lot of people gonna lie and say they don't. You got a lot of people out there that watch porn. So if you watch porn, I'm quite sure you go to motherfucking New Beach, because you're not gonna sit and tell me you watch porn and you just breeze through everything. No, you're full of shit if you say that. And that's just being very honest with you. You know what I'm saying?
It's
So
To me, it looks like it was just a place where everybody went to just be free and be themselves.
it's hot. Shit, it's
Yeah,
hot.
that too. That too. It looked like God created everybody and put them on that beach.
And
He's just like, yo, here. You, Adam was created with no clothes on, so was Eve. So here is
it's
this
nothing
one,
but.
that one, this one, that one, this one, that one.
And it's sometimes, and you need that. And a lot of people understand what the beach though also is. A beach is the most relaxing place you could actually mellow out to too.
Hmm.
Like for instance, like tonight we talking about like mental illness checkup. Like you go to a beach and you just sit there in your chair, yo, you could dead ass get some good sleep because you're not
Yeah,
worried about nothing else. It's the sound of the waves, the wind, and the cool breeze. Your ass is sleeping.
but I ain't gonna front. That beach was quiet. Like I mean, quiet, quiet. And then they tell you too, like no loud music, or they tell you like don't play your music too loud. But yeah, it was quiet.
And this is why, honestly, I don't go to Coney Island Beach. Coney Island Beach sound like I'm in Coney Island amusement park.
First of all, you're gonna Coney Island Beach is in Brooklyn.
Not, yeah. Nah, you know what I won't go. Honestly, I'm not gonna sit here in front like back in the day. I ain't go to Coney Island Beach. I probably went as a kid. I probably went to here and there, but my favorite beaches all time always be Rockaway. Even though it tried to kill me a couple of times, but Rockaway, depending where you go, and plus I lived there at one point, so to me the beach was just right there. So, but
Hmm.
Coney Island is just too crowded for me. Who wants to take the 5 train behind me, as you see, all the way down to Coney Island, to go on the beach,
I
and have to
mean,
take the train all the way back?
bro, I think that's the craziest part. Like you go to the beach, right? You gotta go to Coney Island. That's about an hour and a half, 2 hour train ride,
From
right?
here, now it's 2 hours.
Okay, so it's
It's no
2 hour
shortcut.
train ride, 2 hour train ride to go sit out on the beach, right? To chill, whatever, right? Which is cool. Then realize that you gotta take that same 2 hour train ride back.
And you got to switch trains. There's no straight train ride to your house.
What is it? The 5 to Atlantic, and then you get on the D.
That's if. Keyword if.
Mm.
I mean, technically speaking, when I used to go to Coney Island, when I started to get older, I used to take the which is still a long ride, take the 30 bus up to Norwood and take the D train straight there.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Most stupidest long fucking ride ever.
Because this is going from this is going from the west side of the Bronx the east side to the west side, right?
But nah, honestly speaking, when it goes to the Bronx, it speeds through the Bronx, speeds through Manhattan. When it get to Brooklyn, the shit makes every stop on the block.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah, that's the worst.
yeah. Don said he wants to try it one time. I say it. Look, I say if you're curious about it, I always say try it once. It's nothing. I think the funniest story I got coming out of there, is when me and Marty were walking, right? There was this
Katie
lady
stupid.
behind us. Yeah, there's this lady behind us. So she goes, yeah. So I heard. She said, yeah, I've never been to this beach before, whatever. She's like, I heard there's naked people there, right? So we laugh, whatever the case may be. So she gets to the beach. She don't sit too far from us. Yo, bro, I kid you not, like 10, 15 minutes after we got there, and I turned back around. I looked at her, so she's butt naked on a blanket.
See, my thing is, my thing is this, right? and it's just me speaking from inexperience, not experience, inexperience. Keyword, y'all, inexperience. I'm gonna go to the beach. I mean, I'm not even. I'm just not a naked person. I can walk around some shorts with the case need. I'm
No, I
just
had
not
on
walking
shorts,
around naked.
bro.
Like
I had on shorts. That was as close as they get.
I keep all the way. I keep all the way stacked. That's just walking around naked is not me. Even in my own comfort of my own home. I go there. I'm gonna sit there and chill. I'm gonna have my shades. I'm gonna be looking, especially at the ladies. Let's make that clear. I'm gonna be able to look at the ladies at the same time. But after a while, I'm not gonna give a fuck no more. I'm gonna be in chill mode.
Yeah, honestly, that's what it was for me too. It was like I want to say the first hour, I was like, all right, cool, whatever the case may be. And then after a while, it was just like it's just regular, it's normal now.
Yeah, cause you know why you got the experience out the way. Once you get that experience out the way, now you like, okay, I got the experience. I'm good to go. Now it's just regular. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Like, you have you have couples that go there, and you have people that gonna look at other people's significant others. That's the only thing you gotta be comfortable with. And I'm not
That's what I
saying
was gonna
you.
say. No,
I'm
but
not saying you. I'm saying everybody else. You know what I'm
no,
saying?
no, you're perfect. You're perfect. What you just said was exactly perfect. Like if you go in with a group of people and let's just say that person has his wifey there, if she decides to get topless, it is what it is. But
Because prime
it's
example, like we got, like, I'm quite sure we always jump top 15 minutes. Look at the situation just happened in Italy just now, with the Italian guy beat the African guy, the Nigerian got to death over. I don't know. Yeah, it wasn't in the paper because it's overseas. But
mhm.
I watch the news. I'm on everything. So basically, like we the Saints now, like people gotta be comfortable with they women being looked at. Basically, long story short, the Nigerian guy, a street vendor, told the man, "Yo, your girlfriend's beautiful." Instead of him taking a compliment, he took it as disrespect and started fighting with the guy and basically beat this man to death, choked him to death right in the street. Of
Wow.
course, everybody stopped, and of course, everybody phone out recording instead of breaking this shit up. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? It was just a harmless flirt, and that goes. It's and that right there takes you back to the whole Emmett Till thing, where he said, "quote unquote," which we found out is a lie, whistled at the young white girl, the young white girl. To my who, well, I don't know exactly what he said. Supposedly said to her, and look what happened. They lynched the young boy, killed
And
him.
then years later, she said she lied about it.
Exactly. But now, come to find out, now the story's coming out much more because now it's getting worldwide press. Come to find out, the man was mentally unstable guy. Wasn't unstable on some like I don't want to say mentally challenged because I don't never call nobody mentally challenged. But you know what I'm saying? Like he's not
Hmm.
there of a mind of a grown man.
Hmm.
And that comment statement right there, got him killed. So now you got a man dead and another man about to go to jail for life. But we'll see how that goes. I guarantee we won't hear about the story after this week.
Yeah, it's crazy though. It's crazy. But yeah, like Marty said before, and that's the last thing I'll touch on when it comes to the beach thing. She was like, it was initial shock, and then after it just chilled
Mm.
because
But
it's
now
like
it's
it's
some
literally
countries
like,
that's
bro,
worse though. It's
huh?
some countries that they take that to a whole nother extreme.
No,
Like,
no, yeah, they do absolutely,
yeah, I done read about some countries. I'm like, what? They basically quote unquote just shoot clones on the beach.
son. Nah, go yeah. That with that, then they can't. You can't drink liquor on that beach, and you can't smoke on the beach. At least I don't think, because I've seen people smoking, but it is what it is, though.
But I heard New York. I don't know if it's New York that has something like that. I think if I'm not mistaken, I heard Fire Island was like that at one point. And a part of Jones Beach, they used to let people be nude and topless and all that shit before. I
I'm
guess
not
they
sure.
stopped it. I don't know. Of course, this is before our time, early '90s and '80s and all that shit. You know how that go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Once we got older and start driving, they stopped all the great shit. The Greek Fest on Jones Beach. I couldn't wait
Oh,
to go to that.
freak, Nick, and all that.
Yeah, I couldn't wait to go to that, bro.
I've
I
never
cannot
been.
wait. They stopped it. It's no more.
You said Orchard Section One is topless even now, still.
I gotta go there Saturday. I gotta go check the seaweed to see how the seaweed level looking.
The only bad thing is that shit was just a long ass drive, yo. It was like almost 2 hours.
Everything good in Jersey is a long drive.
Mm-hmm.
Everything,
Mm-hmm.
everything in Jersey is a long drive.
Oh,
Well, I'm not gonna say.
she said,
I'm not
yeah,
gonna
it
say.
is.
I'm not gonna say Atlantic City. It's just fucking dirty. Anybody who says Atlantic City is clean, you just don't have no taste. Like I hate when people like, yo, instead of going to Vegas, go to Atlantic City. Don't ever recommend Atlantic City to me. I've been there enough times to know that shit's filthy.
He's stupid.
It's a dirty version
Oh
of
yeah,
Times Square, just with casinos.
yeah. She
Honestly,
right, and she right too. That walk from the parking lot to the beach itself, about 15 minutes.
mm.
Yeah,
This shit's crazy, man.
it's almost like a long walk into paradise. Honestly, that's how I see it. Like if you look at it, it's just like a long walk, and then once you get to the beach, it's like, oh shit, people naked, and that's
Yeah,
just
man.
what it
I
is.
mean, listen, man. It's we living in a free world, man. We live in an open-minded world now, and a lot of nowadays, back in the days, everybody used to do things closed-minded. You got some people that was free spirited. Like
Mm-hmm.
you got somebody that's closed-minded. I was closed-minded,
Mm-hmm.
and as time stopped, and this we talking recent, as time started going, I'm trying to be open-minded to different things in life. Because at the end of the day, if me opening my mind up might put me in different positions to level up.
Okay. Well, that's it. Well, okay. So since you brought that up before I asked you that question,
Hmm.
um, let's shout out the sponsors first. Of course, obviously, always 2920 clothing,
you
and
know,
shout out to there you go. He got the I hear that pop your collar. I hear you. But and then also shout outs to Bobby D Customs, like probably our biggest sponsor, biggest supporter, second biggest supporter
two
to
things.
the.
Two things. All I and somebody said this to me the other day, and I really realized this shit. All I wear is our shit. All I wear is our shit. Because
Mhm.
simple fact, who's gonna represent our shit but us?
Walking billboard.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, me wearing our shit lets me know I feel good about what the fuck we doing.
Hmm.
'Cause at the end of the day, why should I go to the store and spend $50, $60 on a fucking Gucci t-shirt, which I don't care for Gucci, or a fucking polo, just for the summertime use? I'm outside. I'm everywhere. Being everywhere, I'm hopping out, taking pictures. I want people to see either this logo or something that's gonna say 2920 across.
Hmm.
Like the other day on my blog that I had my shirt on, my pocket size with the different colors. Now if you know me, I don't do the different color shit like that. But I loved it. You know why everybody say, "What the fuck is that?" And so they looked at that shit said 2920 and like it ain't even rainbow. It was like rainbow colors and it had my name. You can't get no better than that. Then shout out to Bobby D, right? Because I'll be watching his shit and yo, salute to you, bro. Keep doing what you doing, man.
He's definitely be grinding, yo.
Keep doing what you doing, man.
Definitely be grounded. But then now I'm gonna piggyback off of what you said when you was like that you need to be more open minded about things. So,
Yeah,
what are certain things that you feel like you were once closed minded about that you now feel like you're more open minded about?
I'll be honest with you, I can't. And this is a question a close friend of mine's asked me because I had the same discussion with them. I can't answer that because everything right now is a step by step.
Hmm.
Because I can't give like if me giving you a straight answer, that means I'm just making shit up just to go with the flow, and I don't want to do that. So
Hmm.
everything right now is just a step by step process. Is either because even me being open minded, like, I was closed minded with everything, whether it's food, clothing, spending money on certain shit, just doing certain shit. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, yo, because and what made me really get into that mindset was my mental, and it goes into the mental health shit. And I'm not gonna say it's a mental illness, but a lot of people go through this shit. Yo, bro, I was stuck on a one set mind, and it made me realize that going to work every day doing the same shit. Like that
Hmm.
shit was every day, every same. I'm talking about same train time, waking up the same time, same train time, same routine in the morning, same train seat, and it's like, yo, all right, yo, what the fuck? What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, do something different.
Hmm.
And it's to the point, yeah, I'm not gonna walk a different way to the train station. That's not gonna happen because my train station is type deep. But it's just like, yo, a certain shit you gotta tell yourself, like, yo, do something different. You know, no lie, bro. I did something simple by changing my train car. And
I mean,
I
it all
seen different
starts.
people. Yeah, I seen different people.
Hmm.
So I'm like, I'm trying different foods, like vegetables and all that shit, and which can help me trying different foods to help me step into doing my diet better.
Yeah. KD said he's open-minded about the beliefs of politics and religion from other people.
Nope.
I let people be who they are and accept them for it.
I'm not gonna say I'm open minded to people's beliefs. People gonna believe what they want to believe. Because if you open minded to people's beliefs, that means they're gonna try to get you into their path. So I can't. I'm not gonna agree with that, but I'm not gonna disagree with that.
I can get where he's coming from because I can be open to other people's beliefs, even if you try to force feed me with it. I'm still man enough to respectfully decline it and just be like, that's your thing, and I do my own thing. It's just how they act after that fact.
It's Jehovah Witness the reason why I'm like that. I
Then
never see so much dedicated people who's trying to get me to believe. Yeah, you know how bad it is. These motherfuckers be sending me letters to my house like I'm cool with them. And I had to go to the spot one day, like, yo, can y'all stop sending me letters? I don't know y'all. That's how bad it was. I thought I had a pen pal, yo.
They put your name on it.
Yeah, bro. If I get another letter, I'm gonna definitely take a picture, send it to you, and I'm gonna save this letter for the next show we have, so y'all won't think I'm bullshitting. I swear to God, I thought I knew somebody in jail that was writing me. And it was a handwritten letter. I'm sitting there like, yo, who is writing me? I had to sit down one day, and it was like consistently. So I had to sit down and write it. Like, yo, who is this? Who do I know? I thought I had a dead stand. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, so I'm standing by how I feel though, just letting people be when it comes to their religion and politics.
Oh, politics. I mean, that's cool.
Hey,
I
Vet.
mean, I respect people. I respect people's religion. I respect their politics. Just don't try to indulge me in y'all stuff. We're two different people. Can we have a conversation about it? Of course. You might enlighten me on something I want to know. Because at the end of the day, like I asked people, my steppops who was Muslim, I asked them about the Muslim thing. I even read a book. Like this is like 10 years ago. I even read the Muslim book, but I stopped reading it because, honestly speaking, I don't know what book this was, but the first 10 pages was white devil this, white devil that, the white man is. I say I can't get with this. And then my thing was I couldn't get with it because my thing is this is like, yo, it seemed like you was teaching me self-hate. You know what I'm saying? It's like you teaching me hate against a white man who I have no problem with. If you have that problem with that person, I can't do it. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? I work with them. I can't go to work tomorrow, yo, fuck y'all white men, this, that, and that. Nah, and why? I can't do that. So I couldn't get with that book.
Marty said, I got one of those too from another household in Co-op City. I opened it and boom, a Watchtower pamphlet.
See? I know it wasn't bugging. Like, yeah, man, like, but yeah, like, and I was saying, like, to be open-minded is it's definitely a mental thing because, like I said, I was stuck in my ways, man. I was stuck in my ways. And Kanye said it best, dropping his ego. And I swear to God, I replay this verse, that one line so many times, and every time it come on. Dropping his ego was his last resort. Best and last resort. Look where he at. And I had to do the same thing. And that shit hit me. I was like, yo, damn, he absolutely right. I have to drop that shit. And it was something that, my son Marshall told me all the time too, like, yo, you need to open your mind up. I ain't want to hear that shit, but I heard it. And the crazy part about it, I dead ass told her, like, yo, listen, I texted the other day, I was like, yo, you right. She said, what you mean? What are you talking about? I said, yo, you're right. I said I had to step out my zone and trying to walk into a different zone and find my place in this new world that I'm trying to conquer. I'm trying to get myself into. And she was like, yo, about time. I applaud you. After talking shit, but
It'd be like that though, bro. So with this whole mental thing, the mental health check-in that we're doing, right? I was reading, well, not reading because I called you last week about it, or I texted you last week. I don't know. I don't remember. These weeks go by so fast, I forget. But remember when I asked you about that whole Lake Lanier situation?
Yes.
And I was talking, and like that one day, I don't know what it was about that one day, but I found myself fascinated by it. And I listened to like 3 or 4 podcasts like in a row about the whole situation. And I'm just like, everything stems from, and I don't want to get too crazy about it, but everything stems from, I hate to say it this way, but white people trying to take over the land and blaming black people for certain situations. especially when it comes to their women and them being able to take certain situations and flip it and try to make it seem like us as black people are quote unquote the devil
Yeah.
when it's not the case. And then finding out that that whole town was like a black town
Hmm.
that's just pretty much buried underwater is just it's crazy to me, yo. It's crazy to me.
See the whole Lanier thing, and this is why I say sometimes like I read about this. I'm not gonna say like it was years ago. No, I read about Lake Lanier. About like let's say pre-COVID, and the only reason I read about it because I'm always on Wikipedia. Sometimes people update the shit. It be they little you know ones or twos in it, but I update it. And I was reading about another lake. Because I was reading about something where they finding bodies in lakes and all that, and for some reason Wikipedia always take you to something else,
Mm-hmm.
and it took me to Lake Lanier. I was like, let's Lake Lanier, and the algorithm in the world, I kid you not, I read about it, and I was looking to show my phone. When I did it, other stories started to pop up, and guess what happened? Literally the day I read that, the next day somebody drowned in Lake Lanier.
It's crazy. And the
So when
fact
I
that
read,
so many people drown, I'm sorry to cut you off, but the fact
Mhm.
that so many people drown in that lake every year, it's like, what makes you, why do you keep going back?
You got to be honestly, you got to be mentally. Because first of all, you got to be mentally unhinged to want to go to Lake Lanier. First and foremost, I don't go to Orchard Beach, and I live a couple of miles away. You know what I'm saying? Like Lake Lanier is definitely a worldwide lake. They tell you do not swim. It's signs there that tell you don't swim. Swim at your own risk. Nobody's going in there. You got people that go fishing there, they drown. Mysteriously, they fall off their boat, they drown. You got people who jet ski on there, fall off their jet ski, mysteriously they drown. So it's like, what is in your mind frame that's telling you, you know what, this lake is safe? I don't know if you I don't know if you watched the show Atlanta, right? The first episode they covered Lake Lanier. And how I knew it was Lake Lanier, dude was sitting there fishing like he was with his there's a black guy and a white guy.
It's sorry to cut you off, but is Atlanta the one with Childish Gambino in it?
Yes.
Okay, I never watched it, but I did hear about it.
This season here was a little off than the first two. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know where they was going. I don't know where they was going with that with
Mm-hmm.
this season, but this season was like the first two. First two was something different. This season here was more so like fantasy world, and they was telling stories of stuff that happened. Because the episode with Lake Lanier, it was two episodes in one. It was when it started, you had a black man and his white friend doing Lake Lanier. They fishing. And he's talking about the lake like, I don't feel safe in here, this and the third. The white boy's like, nah, don't worry about it. Everything is good. And it cuts to the black man. He's talking. The white man stopped talking. He turned around. Boom. His white friend turns like a demon. They just cut the black.
Wow.
And in that same episode, another another true story happened where it was down south in Atlanta when this white couple used to adopt black kids. And one of the black kids, his mom, she basically just didn't want him. Like she felt he was unruly and all that, but he wasn't. So she gave him up for adoption. He never wanted to go. They sent him to this white family who happened to be two white lesbian women, and they adopt the kids. But one of the white women, and this goes to mental health. The wife, she was
Fiance.
mentally unstable. But and the kids reporting it, nobody wanted to believe the kids. Nobody wanted to because kids. So back in the day, nobody really believed the kids when they told what the parents doing to them. So long story short, the wife they took a road trip to the Grand Canyon, I believe. They drugged the kids and drove the fucking van off the cliff and killed everybody in the car.
Where they killed themselves, or it was just the kids in the car?
Everybody.
Every
They drugged the kids with I don't know what they gave them some type of sleep aid type shot, extra dose of sleep aid, and they did some real drove off like purposely drove off, like sat back top speed drove off. Everybody died except to this day, which is fucking crazy. They don't know where's the other boy at. The
wait, what?
one the last one who got adopted by them, they never found his body. But they put it in there that he died in the crash because, of course, it inflamed and blew up. So they trying to say he died in the crash,
That's
but they
crazy.
never found his body though.
That's crazy.
So it's like it's crazy. Like, is your mental that fucked up that you gotta say, you know what, fuck life, fuck my life, but I'm taking these kids with me.
Mm.
Like that's
Yeah.
the crazy part. Like people just really don't, you gotta watch what you do. Like people's unstableness. That's like when I'm on the highway, I see people drive, they be speeding, doing a cut in and out. I'm like, yo, what is your mind telling you? Is your
Yeah.
mind telling you, are you a speed demon, or you just really don't give a fuck about everybody else's life?
Sometimes it's like, yeah, because sometimes you kind of be on the highway and you're like, yo, what is the reason? Like, what's the purpose? Like, especially when you weave, it's like you weaving out. I think the funniest thing to me is like when you weaving out of lanes to get to a red light. You're not going past the red light.
You're not. You know what's crazy, bro? I seen like, especially on 95 when I come from Connecticut. I done seen instance where people do the zigzagging shit, and I try not to laugh, but some people, you deserve the stupid shit you do. They'll cut out and hit the fucking side, the guardrail.
Oh, that happened. I want to say maybe a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, maybe on the way
Yeah.
to work in the morning. This girl was flying on 95 right before my job, maybe like 10 minutes before my job. Yo,
Hmm.
she's flying like as she was, because I could see her behind me, and she's flying. So she
Yeah.
gets to the side of me, she looks at me, and she speeds off. Right, I kid you not. I want to say like maybe 2 or 3 minutes later, I look, she crashed into the guardrail.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I speed only time I speed home, and my speeding home might be 65, 70 when I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna hold. Listen,
yeah.
I done told y'all I turned to Vin Diesel in this shit. I'm not with it. You not gonna have me here like, oh my god, my stomach. Nah, mm-mm.
I feel you.
I'm not trying to clean my seats with that type of shit. I'm good.
Literally.
I am good. Exactly. I'm good. I don't want no parts of that.
All right. All right. So then we have the 30-minute break already. All right. So we about to take a quick break. Black, I'm gonna need you to hold it down for me for about 30 seconds after the break.
Not a problem.
If you're looking to start a podcast on the Evening Rush Network and you don't know how, this is how you do it.
Looking to podcast shows and do not know where to start? The Evening Rush Network can help you with that. Call us at 929-441-2417 or email us at theeveningrushnetwork@gmail.com for dates and prices. We got you for all your podcast needs. The Evening Rush Network. Tune in, subscribe, and share.
Welcome back, y'all. It's Rellz Relaxation Hour. As you know, today, if y'all just catching up with us, we're talking about say episodes on mental health update. If you caught us before, we spoke about mental health. We definitely spoke about it, everything that's what's going on in the world. So now this is just the update. And you know, I don't want to talk too much because my partner's not with me. I'm gonna have to put him up to speed, so you know, pardon me. I know I'm saying, I'm just tired. Bear with me. Bear with me. I know they probably in the background laughing at me. But yeah, so a lot of things going on in the world between the violence, between these illnesses, and that's why today's episode is called Mental Health Checkup. Especially with y'all, because even with us, we deal with we still dealing with COVID. We still now we got to deal with monkeypox, and now I just ran the literally in the news, it's talking about New York's water system has traces of polio in it. So now it puts us in the situation and goes like, yo, what do y'all want us to think? Or are y'all trying to kill us off? Or y'all trying to what are y'all doing? Are y'all doing life control? Like we don't understand. And now it puts our mental into the worry. So now you telling us our water system is traces of polio. Now, let's be realistic speaking here. We all heard about. I'm not too familiar with polio. I'll be the first to tell you that I'm not too familiar with polio, so I can't sit here and break down what polio is. But from my understanding, polio and what I've seen it could do, it's not a good thing. So now you put that in our mind, in our mental, like, damn, we could potentially get polio just by drinking this water. My partner's back,
Sorry, guys. If you sorry to cut you over. If anybody knows about the importance of when you work out and drinking a lot of water, Yeah. So
Now
sorry for that.
I was just talking about the mental strain of what everything is going on between COVID still going, the mold, now we got monkeypox, and now just explaining the whole polio in the water system thing I was just reading about, and now how that could, I don't know if you know about that. Now it puts us in a situation where, back to what I was saying, like now I drink water. I don't care. I'm not bougie enough. I don't drink all bottled water. Bottled water. I drink tap water. Why? That's what I grew up on. I
Mm-hmm.
grew up on tap water. I fucking love tap water. Tap water is it's my thing. I don't want to keep spending $2 a bottle on water, especially that's not gonna fill me up. If I could fill me up a gallon of my Poland Spring bottle of tap water and it's gonna last. But now you saying telling me in my mind I'm drinking this water, damn, I could possibly get polio. Shit. I could possibly do this, possibly do that. Now, besides polio, now we still gotta worry about COVID. Which slowly, slowly, yes, lots of ice. And it was just slowly dying down. Then top it off, now you got this whole monkeypox shit. What they don't know what's causing the spread. I don't seen 10 different things to tell us what
Mm-hmm.
could cause the spread of monkeypox. Now I'm at the point where now is what do y'all really want me to think? You know what I'm saying?
Bro, how
How
frustrating. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I like, what are y'all trying to put my mind frame at? You know what I'm saying? Are y'all trying to make me think, damn, I can't say what's to nobody, I can't hug nobody, dap nobody, you know what I'm saying? Just nobody touch each other. What is it? Are you trying to make me stay in the house? Are you trying to make me think my life is just about to be stuck in a bubble? You know what I'm saying? Like we already got other mental problems. Not even to say we, but we do. Everybody got some sort of mental issue, whatever the case may be. But you got other people in the world who deals with depression,
Mm-hmm.
who can't take it. They barely hanging on. They barely hang. Like for instance, if they got this depression where they don't want to take their pills. You have people, a lot of people out there who do not want to take pills. They make, and what I've seen it could do, all it's gonna do is make them sleepy. It's not helping them. It's making
Mm-hmm.
them tired. It's trying to make them block out their problems, trying to block out their mental issues. Okay, they take these pills. 8 hours later, they right back to stage one. You know what it's like to see somebody go from being truly happy to just fucking sad and go back to be happy again.
Yeah.
Until then, also like, yo, you know what? Fuck it. I don't even think I want to be in this world no more. That shit's crazy. And
Mm-hmm.
it's not just adults, it's from adults to kids. Like, yo, right now I think depression and being and bipolar is so high right now, you don't know who's who and what's what.
Yep. And then the piggyback off what you said about this whole chicken pox and monkey pox and all of this other stuff, the mental health, how stressful does it have to be for people mentally? You think you just thought that we got out of the whole COVID thing, everything seems to be opening up again, quote unquote, and now here comes monkeypox, and I was like, yo, it's almost like, yo, what the hell, like you said, are they deliberately trying to just keep us in the house, put us in a bubble, keep us, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, at what point can you sit and be like, yo, there's nothing we have to worry about anymore? 3 years ago, we weren't even having this kind of conversation. Everybody was living carefree, chilling, and then all of a sudden it's COVID. And once COVID goes away, okay, it come back. Once it comes back, okay, it seems to be stopping again. Once it seems to stop again, okay, now monkeypox. Like, what's next?
It's honestly, bro, like, and honestly, I'm a thinker. I think every day about different shit. Like I just told you, and I'm trying to, deviate out of that type of mind frame. But you gotta think about all the shit that's back, like before COVID hit. What everybody was worrying about. Everybody's worrying about the number one killer going on, cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, from us to people that's watching this, has dealt with somebody who had cancer. Either we watched them beat it or we watched them succumb to it. And it fucked our mental up. Excuse my language, everybody.
Oh,
It fucks our mental up to the point it's like, yo, you don't want to see that shit again. So, that's why we do, and we have the cancer walks. We have everything, cancer, everything. So it's like, all right, that's what we was worried about. We wasn't worried about no COVID. You get a cold, take a medicine. You get over the counter medicine. You go get your antibiotics, whatever the case may be.
you
If
know,
everything, the number one thing was strictly cancer.
what's crazy though? Lost in all of this, right? With the
Hmm.
whole COVID thing and transition to monkeypox. Lost in all of this is the fact that nobody really talks about how a whole person had surgery a couple of weeks ago and got completely cured of cancer.
Follow.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Just like
It was like 2 weeks. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think it was like 2 weeks ago. Person had surgery, and they completely cured that person of cancer.
this the same doctors who did an open. This why I know I said how long, because these the same doctors who did an open heart transplant from a pig heart and put it in a human, and about 3 days later that person died. That's why I said for how long.
I'm not even sure if it's the same story. It could be. I don't
No,
know.
it's the same. I know what you're talking about. It's the same doctors. Because
Okay.
when I seen, that, I was just like, oh, same doctors. They not too credible yet for me.
Mm.
But yeah, like it's crazy. Like yo, they to this day that you got all this technology. How you don't have no cure for cancer? You know what it's like. I ain't gonna say. I'm not saying just you. I'm not saying you. But I'm just saying.
Oh,
Y'all know
yeah.
what it's like. No, no. I'm just saying. It's just a figure of speech.
No, no,
Because
no,
we
no. It's not that. I'm to piggyback off your situation, what you just said just now too. They have
yeah.
all this technology, bro. With all of these diseases that are coming, they literally tell you, like, yo, monkeypox. One case of monkeypox was spotted in Ghana. Let's just say Ghana, for example, right?
Mhm.
Because it seems to always start in Africa, quote unquote. They
Yeah,
can tell you, yo, this one case is caught here. We caught this one person case here. So then, why 3 weeks later, all of a sudden, New York and California are in a state of emergency?
bro. New York's not even a state of mercy.
No, I'm just saying in general.
Like I was telling our producer Don. Shout out to Don. Um, like we talking about the whole city shutting down. New York City is not shutting down anything because some fact, like we had a minor disagreement, but not no yelling disagreement. Just disagreement like, oh nah. I was like, no, they not shutting down because the money. He said, nah, I don't think so, bro. If it gets too crazy, they might shut down. But
That's what's up, Chris.
I don't think so. I really don't think so because some fact, it's too much money. New York in that whole 2 year time span lost way too much, and it pushed everything back from court systems. Everything you have to, you think they want to give out that money to these workers again for being to be frontline workers again? They had to
Mm-hmm.
dish too much money. They're not trying to do that no more. Look at the tax bracket. There's a lot of people still to this day who hasn't got their income tax yet
Bro,
because simple fact that we quote unquote broke.
you talk about that. You think they don't? You think they want to use the frontline workers again after they disrespected them the first time, and now they got to call upon them again?
Bro, you got that too, and also look at them. Shout out to all the frontline workers. Because simple fact,
Absolutely.
because even with the frontline workers, especially hospital workers, you know how many people that I've seen who work in the hospitals mentally start to crack over this whole COVID shit.
Mm-hmm.
I done seen people quit the hospital because they couldn't deal with it. My
Mm-hmm.
children's mother who worked in the hospital, who was only do for phlebotomy, just draw your blood. That's it. They were so understaffed. They threw her on the COVID unit, no experience, no nothing. And after a while, she couldn't take it, so she's like, no, deuces, deuces. That's it. So at the end of the day, nobody wants to, and they still, and you understand, you still got people who going through the mental reality of watching children die, people die that they don't know, and they got family members that passed away with COVID. So it's a mental thing. Right now, I think we're going through the toughest mental mental race of all time between the diseases, between the gun violences, between the lacks of jobs, and life.
Bro, it's like everything's coming at one. It's like everything's coming in one full circle.
Straight life.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, every day. Come on. I live in. Everybody know I live in the Bronx. I don't love the Bronx no more. I'll be the first to say that. You know why? Because my borough. Of course, I'm not gonna say we wasn't never violent. I'm not gonna ever say that. But the violence I read about my borough every fucking day makes me disgusted with. Because it's like, yo, what is going on? That everybody that murder is murder, murder, murder. Everybody, oh, what about the '90s? '90s was crazy. '90s murders is over drug money. That was the '90s drug wars. This right here is just a you look at me crazy, I'm gonna shoot you. You bump
Mm-hmm.
me crazy, you say sorry to me, I'm gonna shoot you. We have a disagreement, I'm gonna shoot you. You're not even talking about just enemies. You're talking about friends, people that know each other for years, that grew up with each other. It's just pow, pow, pow. It seemed like when COVID hit, the guns went up. So not only is diseases killing us, you have guns killing us. Where all these guns come from? How the hell? And I'm just talking about for New York State alone. How come New York State gun production, has tripled and quadrupled? Everybody has a gun. Everybody got a gun. Everybody got a gun, but everybody can't shoot.
There you go.
Everybody got a gun, but everybody cannot shoot. Come on. Just last month, a little girl got shot. over there on Fox Street. Just the other day, a fucking 12 and 13-year-old got shot by the park. What do y'all tell me? Now we in the lowest era. We in an era where either you're gonna survive by your own will, or you're just gonna perish until from the diseases and the violence.
Mm-hmm.
I remember back in the day being an everyday worker. You ain't have to worry about none of this shit. I'm an everyday worker. I still worry about this shit. I'm on the train. I worry about this shit. I walk. I worry about my people's going through this shit. Because at the end of the day, my people's go through. Any one of my people's go through this shit. Even though I don't want to be, out in these streets, slanging and banging. Of course, I'm gonna help my peoples out any way I can. But realistically speaking, I don't want to go through that. I'm quite sure nobody my age and up, or anybody probably down, don't want to go through that shit.
We at the point in life where we should be, I wouldn't say living comfortably, but we should be at a point where life is just easier now. Like we technically beat those statistics of what we were not supposed to be when we were in our 20s to be in our late 30s and 40s. Like we passed those statistics. We should be in a point right now where we should just be. And I can't say because it's hard to educate the youth because these young dudes nowadays don't want to listen to you.
Bro, they don't want to listen. I talked to one of the homies the other day. I was like, yo, y'all need to get a job. Nigga, dad told me to get a job for what? I'm trying to be in the club, mess with these joints, get drunk. I'm like, okay, all right. But you got kids. What you want to say? Nah, my kids, they good. They going to be good regardless of whatever I do. All right, you know what? You're right. You're right. And I hate, and also if you got the ones that don't want to listen, or you got the ones that want to be too woke. I hate talking to people that's woke. Don't fucking be. Don't you want to be woke on your time? Be woke. I don't want to. I be personal. I don't want to hear it. If I could have a regular conversation with you, we could have that. I literally had to stop somebody the other day on my block that he tried to get that woke conversation. I was like, bro, I don't want to hear that shit right now. I said we can have a conversation, but all this you about to get into the pyramids and behind the scene. I don't want to go through none of that shit. And that's be. I'm not being. I said not no disrespect, but I don't want to hear it. So but it is what it is, bro. Everybody mind frame and mental is very different. Mine's is different. Yours is different.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same token, we in a mental state where we gotta be on point. Everybody mental right now is on point. Matter of fact, besides gun violence, you ladies out there, y'all need to watch yourselves out there because it seems like these rapes and attempt rates is starting to skyrocket
crazy,
like
right?
crazy.
Rapes, robberies.
Bro, I gotta need my listen, man. You like your mom's go outside. I got nieces and all that other shit. It's like, yo, you gonna worry about that shit. So now that's putting your mental in a whole nother state. Like, yo,
Mm-hmm.
you will fuck hurt somebody, you'll kill somebody. Cause somebody do something to your mom or your lady, anybody, your family member, any logic is going out the window. So now your mental state is like, I gotta be on one now. Now I got to join the rest of society on stupid shit because somebody did stupid shit. Now I gotta go from being the level headed guy to now I gotta be in some dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of like, even with the ladies, like every day I'm literally reading. You got these men out here and fellas. I don't know what the fuck is going on with y'all. Seriously, if you get into your lady, it should never get to a point you want to stab her and kill her. I don't see in the past 2 months. I don't seen so many domestic violent deaths within New York alone, and it's always a man stabbed his strange wife, his strange girlfriend, his girl, this that, and the third. It's like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Is y'all
Yo,
mental that fucked up?
it's like these dudes. Yo, it's almost like these dudes can't let go, or these dudes feel like they can't find nobody else.
Or they sound like they just can't argue.
Well, yeah, yeah.
And ladies, I'm not gonna like y'all not off the hook either, because sometimes y'all, I mean, I understand y'all push the buttons. We not gonna lie, and I need y'all to really understand this too, because even like I said, this is a mental health episode. Y'all talking this shit when y'all arguing with your guy. And I always say this, I see this to everybody. Watch y'all words, yo. Watch your words, because your word, any a sign of a disrespect, a man's gonna take it another way. If you say something that may indicate, even though you don't mean it, that you have another guy, that man's gonna lose it right then and there. So y'all need to watch your words on how y'all speak. And this is for men and females right now. You arguing with somebody, watch your words. Because you might say something in your words that's going to have them thinking a certain way and it's going to fuck their mental up. Look at all the, like we spoke about this before. Look at all the people that go through these breakups, they go fucking ballistic.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, like, oh, what you just said, they can't let go. Because you know why? They mental is at that point where they feel, if I can't have you,
Nobody
nobody
else.
can. Like, don't get it twisted. I love being in love. You know, whenever I have it, I'm never gonna be on some shit where I can't have you. Nobody can. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely limits to where. Okay, hold on. Let me stop, back, regroup. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people just take the logic, especially nowadays when the world's going mad. They take the logic as in, all right, you know what? I'm gonna kill her. She ain't going nowhere. And most of the time, some of these people be having kids with each other. So how does that look? Your kids got to explain when they get older to their kids. What happened? What happened to mom, grandma, and granddad? Yeah, granddad killed her. Or nobody in your family want to take care of kids, and now your kids in the foster system.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna fuck them up mentally. Cause simple fact, now they on some like, yo, damn, I'm in the forces because my dad did this, my dad did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Mentally, yeah, like people don't take notice of these kids. These kids watch everything. This is not like back in the day where our parents just tell us get the fuck out of here, go in the room. We seen, but it wasn't on some like, yo, we seen it all. Nowadays it's just different. These kids have seen it all. We didn't have the internet back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Our internet, outside was our internet. Channels 2, 4, 5, 7, 11, and 13 was our internet.
Oh, don't forget number 9. Don't forget Channel 9 too.
My 5, 7, number 9, definitely. That was our internet. That's the shit that made us aware of what's going on in the world. And most of the time, we didn't give a fuck about what's going on in the world. Why? Because we use them channels to watch TV.
Fact.
Channel 3 is my video game channel. So we didn't give a fuck about what's going on in the world.
So, all right. So Dawn said domestic violence is going crazy because these women are disrespectful.
Mm,
I can agree with that, but at the same time, I don't feel like beating a woman or killing a woman is the answer.
facts.
Then Marty said, I don't think women per se are disrespectful. I think women are just not accepting the disrespect anymore. And I understand that too. But like Blacko said, women can tend to hit below the belt and
Hmm.
to a point where like you don't want to be disrespected as a woman, but you don't want to disrespect a man either. Because disrespect met with disrespect is not going to end well.
True.
So, somebody has to be the bigger person and walk away. Some women will sit there and say, well, they've been disrespected so long, they're not walking away. So, but then you have the guys who are not walking away either. So at some point, something has to give. If your relationship is that bad where words are constantly being said to demean, disrespect the person that you're with, maybe y'all shouldn't be together no more.
And
And then, but then the problem with that is that then when a woman is like, yeah, I don't want to be with you no more, the dude might be like, no, it's not happening. Are you stuck
and
in this?
speaking of like relationship wise, to piggyback off what you just said, my brother, look how many relationships where you have females and guys. I'm not going to just target one sex. Females and guys who be in these certain relationships and the person messed their mental up where now it's either A, they don't want to deal with a person, B, they don't know how to deal with a person,
Mm-hmm.
3, they feel everybody ain't shit. And I'm not gonna say just females feel like that. Guys feel like that too. Guys might not speak on it, but I mean, we are in a day and age where guys starting being more open about it. How some females hurt them in the process.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you get more guys to speak on it now, which is great because in fact that helps. You gotta figure out. You gotta figure like less than 10 years ago, guys wasn't speaking on it like that. So what
Mm-hmm.
happened is they treat the women wrong because they in their mental mind frame where, all right, this one female did me, I did all this for her, whatever the case may be, she did me wrong, so now I'm gonna do everybody else wrong. And you might come across some joints that's down with you, but you so messed up from your last relationship, it messed your mental up. Now you in the mental cycle where you feel every woman ain't for you, or she might feel every dude ain't for her. But mind you, they might have something great around them in their face, or try to be with them.
Oh, that's,
So, yeah, I'm sorry.
and I was gonna say, I think we all know people like that.
Of course we do. Listen. I take myself for instance. I'm gonna throw myself in that. I don't have multiple relationships. I had multiple relationships, or I even say multiple relationships. I had multiple relationships. I done dealt with multiple people where I might have been in a situation was great. It didn't go right. So what happened? How I felt trickled to the next person. In the process, what I should have done was allow myself from the last situation heal,
Mm-hmm.
heal mentally. I ain't gonna say emotionally. Heal mentally. No, mentally and emotionally. Because if you can't heal emotionally and emotionally first, then mentally, the next person is gonna get your worse.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't been in that situation where I probably had people in my face holding it down, wanting to be with me side by side. I'm just like, "Get the fuck out of here. I don't care." Or not even just on that type of situation. Or I strictly didn't give a fuck about how they felt. I became selfish. I could definitely admit I went to a time period where I was just straight selfish because that was my mental. Oh, I felt I was in love with this, and I ain't gonna lie, I had a bad when I was, especially when I was younger, I had a bad problem where I wanted to be with. I didn't give a fuck about, and I realized this shit. I didn't give a fuck about messing with multiple chicks when I was younger. I just wanted that one, cause the TV. Shout out to the TV shows. Wanted you to have that one female to grow up with
Mm-hmm.
and all that shit. That's the mindset I have. But when that didn't work in certain situations, and didn't work, it didn't work about let's say 2 or 3 times. Let's say back to back, it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
I became a monster. I now became monster. I'm like fuck it. Now I want statistics.
Now let me ask you a question. When those things didn't work, do you feel like it was something wrong with you, or you felt like it was something wrong with them?
It was me.
No,
It
I'm
was me.
saying that. Okay, do you realize that
Oh no
now
no
or
no no
back
no no
then?
no. Back then I didn't give a fuck. I didn't acknowledge my wrongs. I didn't
Okay.
care for my wrongs. All I cared was about my satisfaction, my body count, and if I want somebody to slide off with, that's all I cared about. That was my fucked up mental. It took me till I got in my 30s. Till I got older. It was like, damn, yo, you was honestly, honest answer. I'm gonna give you an honest truth answer when I say I thought about this shit. I thought about that this year when I realized, damn, you was wrong. You was actually wrong in a lot of situations. You probably passed on some good ones, but you didn't give a fuck. You didn't
Now,
give a fuck.
now let me ask you a question because this is an important question too. If you realize this and you pass on those certain situations, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a man, do
What's
you
up?
go back and try to reconcile those situations, or do you just be like, okay, that was me being
Oh
immature
no no
back
no!
then. I'm gonna let that. No,
I
but when I mean
apologize.
reconcile, no, no, no. When I mean reconcile in those situations, meaning like I passed up on some good women, blah blah blah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you be like, okay, yo, let me go back and see if I have another chance, or do you just let it be for what it was and then you
No,
keep pushing?
no. I wouldn't go back on that because simple fact. Um, I'm gonna give you the correct answer.
Yeah, Marty's right because I've seen that shit firsthand.
Me going back and try to get that same person that tried to get me before,
Mm-hmm.
that would be like I ain't gonna say a waste, but that way you wouldn't get the same person.
What on your end or on that person's end?
On that person, you wouldn't get the same person.
Uh,
Because if I say like somebody tried to get you like 5 years ago, you know what I'm saying? It ain't on your body, you just on some whatever the case may be. Then you go back to them now, like, hey, what's up? You're not gonna get that person. Why? Because they're in their mind frame, they're gonna be like, yo, oh, now you want to do this, that, third? Trust me,
mm-hmm.
I'd have did it before. When somebody
Mm-hmm.
tried to be on my body after I tried to get with them, and I was on something like, nah, you're a dub. You good. When I tried to do all this with you before, you ain't want that. So
Mm-hmm.
why would I come back? Nah, you good. I'm alright. And then now, if somebody tried to do that shit to me, now the worst of me will come out. Now it's gonna be on something like, you know what? You try to play me when I try to get with you. Now you know what? I'm gonna use you for my personal game.
Mm-hmm.
So what you do, either A, you use your personal game, you play with their feelings. B, don't do nothing, just leave it alone. I'd rather just leave it alone. I'm not listen, man. I'm what I know now, I could be way worse than what I was before.
I think we all could though.
way worse. But I choose not to be. And honestly, fellas, I hope y'all taking notes, and ladies, y'all taking notes too. A person who tried to definitely get with you and you try to go back to them and don't. That's like the memes where everybody I tried to bag in high school and she ain't give me no play. Now she got 4 kids. You want me? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I'd rather not deal with it. I'm good. I'm alright.
You grown up, my dear brother.
I
From the
had to.
time from the time that I've known you, like 25 years ago, because it feels like it's been that long, to now, you have grown up. I must say I'm proud of you.
I had to, bro. I had to. My mental was messed up now, and I'm saying this on a platform. Something I don't say, give out my thing. My mental was messed up to where, like I said, I was one sided. Especially when it came to women, I was one sided. It's about me. That's one. I had to get out of that. If I didn't say babysit, I definitely got out of that. That's that. Like I said, thinking out the box, doing different things, whether if that's taking baby steps. It's never too late. I had to put in my mind, it's never too late to change. Because at one point, I'm not gonna lie, I felt this is when I was, doing little things here and there. I felt, but if I wasn't rich by 20, 25, 26, I consider myself a failure.
Oh no, yeah. Look
But
at.
like I said, at that time, I was trying to indulge in certain things.
I mean,
So,
you got to look at women. Women have that unrealistic. Well, some women have that unrealistic mentality of if you're not married or you don't have a kid by 30, you're not married by 30, then you're considered a failure.
and that's very true. Cause I had to talk to somebody about that. I ain't gonna say recently, but I had to talk to somebody about that. Like, yo, it's not a timetable, and I don't know where that beginning for women. I can't speak for the women on that situation right there. I can't speak
Hmm.
for the ladies on that, but I wish I can go back in time and somebody really told these ladies the truth. Like, yo, listen, there's no timetable. I mean, granted, you have some women who body changes over time. So, like I said, we can't speak on the women's body. Just
Hmm.
like women can't speak for our body. Yo, we could produce kids till we about 70.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They timetable stop because at the end of the day, what women want to carry a baby by the time she's like 45, 50? You know what I'm saying? That should take a toll on their body. So that part I get, but the whole Russian part that you need to be married, that's like even with school. School used to tell you, when school used to tell you, yo, you gotta go to school, get your job, get your great education, get a great education so you get your good job. How about you telling us, get your education, learn this, either you could get you a great job and career, or you could make your own job in your career, you be a business, be an owner. I think if school would have told me that, I probably been front and center, like, my hands with the apple on my desk. School bored the shit out of me.
It was the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, school bored the shit out of me. And when it was born to me, it went from being in school just to see, get my education, I learned shit, but also
Hmm.
to see my peoples. To see my peoples. After I see my peoples after school, then what? Trying to get the girls.
Hmm.
Now if they sat me down like, listen, yeah, you could be a business owner center. Trust me, if we had the mind frame we had by the time we was in high school, bro, listen, man, listen, listen.
I agree.
Especially with this 2920 shit.
If we would have knew
I,
what we knew back then, yeah, absolutely,
if we knew what we
absolutely.
knew back then and knew each other back then, bro, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, look at matter of fact, prime example. Nobody know the first real clothing line hip hop wise was Woo Wear. And they did it the same way we doing it. Made a killing. Everybody
Hmm.
think rock. Everybody thought it was Rockaway, Sean John, Fat Form. No, Woo Wear came first. Made the same way this is made. Made a killing. Made millions. But what happened was people start bootlegging and shit, and they had to shut it down.
Hmm.
It's all about the popularity of who's who, what's what. Everybody know. I mean, you got a fair share of people that know what 2920 is, but imagine we was rappers, entertainers, all like, hey, people gonna go with the hype. That's in their mental. That's their program. Oh shit, these guys is popular. I need to jump on that real quick. Like right now, let's say like we send 10 shirts to like let's say like guys like the Kevin Hart, the Fat Joes, the Jim Jones, the Fabulous, the who else? The 5 years and all that. Let's just say those five. We send different type of shirt on right now, I guarantee our sales will skyrocket. Why? Because
Oh, of
some fact
course.
they got it.
Yeah. All they gotta do is wear one picture, take one picture with the shirt on or anything clothing on.
Yeah, they got it. Oh shit, they got it. Why? Everybody gonna want because they figure the rappers got it. They not worried about they mental is the rappers entertaining. I need to get it. Meanwhile, the owners, creators is in the streets and the regular guys like them.
Mm-hmm.
But they got in their mental mindset where is oh they just like me. Why should I support? Why should I support them?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has fucked up mentalities. Just like something like the mental. I looked at something yesterday. It was like how people always say the hood is broke. The hood is broke. This, the hood is broke. That. But think about it. The hood is so broke. Why is Asians and um I don't want to be technical, but let's just say Arabs open stores in our hood and making businesses.
Yeah, because they know it's not the hood is not broke. They just know
Exactly.
they just know what the hood will spend money on.
Think about it. Think about all the corner bodegas that's opening our store. None of the motherfuckers live in our hood. They live somewhere else, but they
Mm-hmm.
open the stores in our hood because they get money from us. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because they know it's money here. But our problem, our mental is we think it's ain't no money here. The problem is we don't stick together to get this money together.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
could all put some money to open a store up and do the same shit they going. I'm quite sure everybody know how to make a big egg and cheese. I know somebody know how to make a turkey and cheese. Somebody know how to fucking fry some chicken like Kennedy's do.
Mm-hmm. Bro, you think about how many talented people are in our own hoods
Yeah,
that don't take advantage of their talents because they don't want to stand out. Because that's pretty much what it all boils down to. A lot of these dudes don't want to stand out.
definitely. That's definitely true. And that's what it is. Like it's not they don't want it's not that they don't stand out. People don't want them to stand out.
There you go.
We not in an era no more where the older guy see this kid got the potential, snatch him up, make sure he make it.
Mm-hmm.
We are not in a timeline where when somebody sees somebody's got potential, they don't want them to make it. And that's the fucking lifestyle we live in.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucked up, but yo, everybody mental is just very different. It's either selfish, personal gain, don't want you to have it, or like you said, like we bipolar. 1 minute they love you, 1 minute they don't. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about bipolarness, they really need to figure something out as far as
You're
getting
right.
help for get some help for these people out here. Because I'm starting to really see like the rate of being everybody being bipolar, and I applaud people for actually coming out and saying it. Because back in the day, people wasn't saying it.
Mm-mm.
They was bipolar. 'Cause, they didn't want nobody to know the illness. Now I applaud everybody that's coming out saying like, yo, listen, I'm mentally fucked up. I need some help. And it got a whole social media network for this shit now. When people speak about what they go through, they ups, they downs,
Mm-hmm.
they great times, they down times. Someone, like I said, 1 minute they could be partying, chilling, laughing, and joking, and 5 minutes later they probably could be in the bathroom somewhere crying.
And you wouldn't even know it.
You wouldn't. So all these these pharmaceutical companies and everything, they really need to help these people. Stop trying to just put these people to sleep. The curve they illness. Nah, help them.
Like like Kervin said earlier, KD said earlier, he said the
It said his whole
pharmaceutical.
name.
Yeah, I did because I'm so used to it. The pharmaceuticals are the clients, their biggest clients are these people. So at the end of
Curving.
the day, he's stupid. He's stupid.
That's the whitest name I heard all the time. You'll call you KD. Matter of fact, I'm calling you Curvin for now, well, KD.
Wow. But yeah, so like he said earlier though, like the biggest pharmaceutical for pharmaceutical companies, the biggest people are the people who need this medication. So they'll be quick to prescribe you something as opposed to just telling you maybe you need to go talk to somebody. They'll be like, here, take this, go take this, take that. Because guess what? That's going to keep them afloat. They don't really care about your mental. They just care about making a buck off of you.
Like look at the therapists right now. A lot of people they'll tell people go to therapy, and the therapist will talk to them. You talking to a therapist, like honestly, I could be somebody's therapist. I can tell you, especially if I don't know you. That's all the therapist is. They just be unbiased people
Mm-hmm.
telling you, you telling them your problems. All they doing is flipping And I'm not saying people stop going to therapy. I'm not trying to tell you what I'm about to say, but I'm just, keeping it stacked for what I see. You tell a therapist who doesn't know your problems, what they're doing is the same thing I can do. And sometimes what I do when I hear people talk to me, they'll decipher your problems and put it into words of what you need to hear. You know what I'm saying? And they get paid the big bucks for that.
Mm-hmm.
So some might be sincere and tell you, "Yo, you right. You need X, Y, Z, boom, boom, boom." Some might just tell you something just to take that check.
Yep, absolutely.
That's it.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
But everybody, before we no longer go, because we definitely passed our mark. Yo, listen, you feel you have any type of mental, especially like a long day work, you may have like a mental blackout, whatever. Yo, just find you something to do for an hour and take your mind off something. Like me, my Xbox is one of my biggest helps.
Bro, the gym is for me.
Definitely. That man in the gym all the time. I give him credit, all that. And speaking of, hold on, before we close out, I gotta ask you, my brother, how is your music thing going? Before we close out, let the people know how you doing on your music side.
Um,
How's that progressing?
well, we'll be able to answer that pretty much a little bit more next week on the next week's show because I'll be in the studio with an artist this weekend.
Okay.
So that'll be the first studio session. So
Nice.
it's gonna be a busy month in August. So just I'll be updating. I'll be posting live on IG, whatever the case may be, when I'm in the studio. Taking my camera with me, so I'm gonna get my photography on while I'm doing it too. So, you know, listen, hey,
That's no, but no. I laugh, right? Because I like you spoke about your photography thing. So that's why I laugh like, yo, do it. And it's funny thing that you saying that because it's good that you're gonna document your progress. You know what I'm saying?
I
From
didn't
when
even
you
think about it
started.
like that.
Yeah, see, you gotta document your progress. So now you starting from where you starting from to where things get bigger, you can go back. Look at these old interviews with yourself, these old recordings, like damn, we was here, now we here.
I didn't even think about it like that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you gotta do that, man. Shout out, and I'll tell you right now, the person that got me thinking like that, shout out to Choke No Joke, man. Either was finest, Choke No Joke.
Shout outs, shout out. Well, actually, I gotta give a shout out too. If that's the case, then shout outs to Tio for his
Definitely.
photography because I will say this, and we really talked about this earlier too. But I will say, from the moment I decided I wanted to get a camera, that man has helped me every step of the way in terms of telling me like how I need to take a picture or what I need or what cameras he think might be good for me. It's never been a situation where I hit him up and he's like, "Oh, I'm busy right now. I'll hit you back later," and then don't hit me back. He's always giving me some type of feedback, so I
Yeah,
appreciate that because it's photography is a funny business too, and you never know who's genuinely happy that you could be learning it or just be looking at it like, or you might just be trying to make a quick buck. So I
first of
appreciate
all,
him.
with your camera and the two phones you right now, you got the most two updated phones on the market with great ass cameras. So either way, you could take pictures anywhere you want to go. Once you learn your editing skills, or like then you good. It's sky's limit, my brother. Sky's limit.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Oh, you already know.
You all right?
You already
You
know
ain't
how we
so
do.
you ain't so bad after all.
Ha. Listen, man. Listen, I'm here, B. I'm here.
After the show is over, guys, I'm gonna go pick him up from the train station because he's been sitting there for about an hour and 15 minutes now.
Listen, I'm on the world tour, man. People gotta see me. I'm trying to show the love. I'm trying to show people what we doing. Anybody can do it.
I ain't
No
gonna,
need to hate.
I ain't gonna,
Anybody can do it.
I ain't gonna front. I'm interested to see where your background gonna put you next week.
I'm debating. I'm trying to see right now. I'm trying to work a deal out to see what I'm gonna be at, talk to the people and all that. You might see me. You might see me in the White House. I don't know.
Mm, mm,
We'll discuss what I'm gonna be at next week.
mm.
Might be in Cali. I might be in Florida. I don't know yet. I'll probably be in the slums. I'm on a 10-day slum tour right now.
Just remember, guys, He went from lavish palace, extraordinary living room 2 weeks ago to the train station this week.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. You gotta be grounded with the people, man. The people just keep me going. They'll let me know whatever I can hear from the people. I can bring to y'all. Keep you updated.
He might hit the lotto this week. He might be inside a plane next week. You never know.
I need to hit the lotto shit. Shout out to that mysterious person that hit
Yeah,
the $1 million,
facts.
man. I don't believe nobody won, but you know, it out of one of the smallest states ever. Whatever.
And on that note, we appreciate everybody who listened tonight. We appreciate Blacko, who had a lot to say tonight. Definitely, if you don't listen to this or you have listened to this, I'm gonna screen record a couple of his because he definitely hit a lot of important points tonight. So shout outs to you for that.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And on that note, everybody have a good night. We'll see y'all guys next week.
Peace out, y'all.